Strong backline into a short-range composition. Nongshim need to engage onto the DRX comp, who have a Braum, who have a Victor, who have a Varus.
He's going to move on over. There is so much vision here for Nongshim towards his top side as UCal does make it into this brush first, but Pletter's going to get engaged on. He's a Braum though, as there's another. It's just his signature move now. The old flash from Lahan. Sponge going to be able to flash out of there, gets himself a shield, and Pletter just being the hero here as Teddy trying to get on in, but he's going to get stunned up. Gio going to be going down for first blood though, and Lahan's going to be the next one. There's the stun, there's the kill. And Sponge was basically dead, and then ends it off by stealing away the second kill of the game.
Oh, gotta watch out for Gideon. He's still very healthy.
He is. Doesn't have a massive amount of damage.
Yeah.
This is the scary part. Sponge able to jump on over, and maybe Gideon going a little bit too fast. There it is. Pletter going to grab his first kill. And Fisher just walks up to them in melee range. The ulti used onto Pletter. He's so incredibly tanky, and Fisher just has no damage. UCal going to come on in and says, that's my lane opponent, and that's my kill.
The value of the Braum in these skirmishes, they just keep funneling in the auto attack stacking passive, and everyone on DRX happy to just stack it up. And then the passive gets stacked up. The Q unfortunately misses from Pletter, but it doesn't matter.
Nope. And G, what are we doing here? Why are we here? What's happened? UCal's going to get another kill. Lahenz is moving down. Gideon and Lahenz don't have a lot of damage together, but Sponge is not very healthy. Never mind, Pletter comes in. Stand beside Braum, as Lahenz is just going to walk away. Fisher moving in, spells the disengage from DRX.
Dangerous rotation to make. Would have taken a little bit longer for another route. Okay, Rich
is Rich gonna be okay?
I don't think so.
Well, he has the Dominus. Decent amount of fury there as well, as he wants to slice and or dice, and he's just not going to be able to. Gets a Ruthless Predator down and then is just dead. Takes some time, but they get there in the end. So trading some ults. Meanwhile, there's a fight towards the top side of the map as well. Sponge going untargetable. In the meantime, Rich is just cutting down Kingin. Nowhere for him to go, as Sponge is going to get pulled back. He's got a big old shield though, and this is what you were talking about. There's no damage down there. However, Jiwoo does have some, especially with Fisher alongside, as Sponge will finally die. Thrown. Well, not
Wait, he's alive!
Maybe he's going to be able to get the kill, and now Lahenz has nothing!
They have no damage!
Oh no! Sponge getting so much health back as well. Lahenz is definitely dead. Jiwoo's also going to go down. This is the disaster you were talking about. It was written on the wall by your friend Orcs.
Finding the limits of theirs.
Yeah, and they're going to move in. He's the Braum. I think they're pretty happy for them to engage onto the Braum, as there is the Chains of Corruption. Gideon going to get stunned up, and yeah, Nongshim may not have enough damage. DRX have plenty. Fate's Call comes on through. That was an interesting interaction, as Rich, he's getting ruthless if ever I've seen it, and Fisher is just going to delay the inevitable, is what I can see. Q was actually used there by Rich, but he's got another W. Oh. And Fisher is almost dead. There's the flash, just to make sure he goes down.
Yep, and rest of DRX pushing through mid with this Rift Herald, and you can't really engage onto this. If you engage on a Pletter, he's just happy to take that opportunity.
He was clicking forward the entire time.
Yeah.
When 3 people were discovered in the brush, he's like, aha, this is what I want.
It's not just Braum, it's Celestial Opposition Braum. It's like the initial damage is mitigated by the Celestial Opposition, and then you put your wall up.
Yeah.
And it's like, well...
And then you press Locket. Yeah. And then, like, getting through a Locket shield sounds really difficult for them.
It wasn't the first game, but I think it was somewhat similar.
It was very similar. I think it got to about 9K by 25 minutes, but it was a slow burn in game number 1, and DRX never felt like they had any hope. This is exactly the same feeling in every way.
Yeah.
I don't see how Nongshim is supposed to claw their way out of this. Right now, they are thinking that Arakan could be the way to get it done. It's Ruinous this time around. They do want to pick some flowers.
Wait, they're just not aware, though.
Huh.
They see it. They see it with the minions. They got to move up. They should get here in time.
Yeah, they saw a Callista bouncing around.
It's only Callista damage on this, by the way. This is so slow.
Yeah, I mean, it's only Callista damage that they have, basically. Fisher will turn up, I guess. As now a teleport in from the Renekton. Sponge taking a fair bit of damage. Remember, they're softened up by this Arakan. And UCal just standing on the side. Jiu is going to try and push him away, but he trades poorly. And Pletter, he catches 2 with the ult. UCal going to be able to take down the 80 carry. That is 50% of the damage. And Lahan's going to go down as well. Down goes Fisher, 100% of the damage now dead. It's a triple for UCal. They'll take themselves all the flowers. And yeah, DRX They're 9,000 gold in the lead now. This game is over.
Different teams finding a draft that works for them and finding the advantages in the early game. They are now at that 9,000 gold lead at 22 minutes, so a little bit faster pace than the last one, but who is really counting at this point? DRX, only one dragon to the name, so really it's not been the priority this game, but I don't think we're going to get close to a soul, so it's not too much of a concern. They will look to push and take this tier 2 in the bot lane. Fisher needs to get out of there. So you have the active of Zhonya's without investing all the gold, and then a 10-stack Medjai's. It's like he's got almost 4 items. I mean, they're not as good as 4 full items, but it kind of feels as close as you can get to 4 items while not actually having them.
Yep, I would agree. Functionally, it is a Zhonya's.
Yeah, with I think maybe even a bit more AP.
Yeah. Well, Chains of Corruption going to connect here onto Gideon, but he's pretty tanky. As we're looking for an a Q out of King, and they don't find it. Fisher and Rich at it once again. As now no Unbound Soul and no ulti, as Rich able to get in front of him. Stun comes on through. I think Fisher is still going to be able to walk faster than Rich. Yeah, it is hard to catch the Yone, but Sponge is coming down. We'll take the camp on the way. Yeah, one slice coming on through, and there is Teddy on his way down as well. In goes Sponge. No ult for Fisher, and my god, the damage. Okay, it's a 607 Neferi now. Yeah, Sponge just picking up a kill. Maybe he doesn't want to risk the wolf.
He sees, he consumes, you know?
Yep. Oh man, that was absurd amounts of damage from this doggo. And a hook going to be required to get Lehens out of there. Fleta still hunting, just making sure that they're not able to get a foot in and steal away a red buff, denying that one from Nongshim. Certainly going to be very important as well. Rich is on the bottom side, making sure that there's no split push available here for Kingin or anyone else that wants to be in a side lane. Fisher gets over the wall, knocks up Fleta, and Fleta says, engage on me, please. I would like that. Thank you.
Oh, they have found Yukal.
Yeah, see whether this is going to be an angle. The double knockup comes through from Fleta, though. He just flashes on top of his mid lane. They do not have any damage to take them down, and Rich gets over, finds the Unbound Soul, and Fisher has to flash away. Jiwoo getting taken down so low. He's out of this fight as well, and Kingin is separated from his team. Lehens executed as well, and they are picked apart and mercilessly destroyed. Sponge, looking for it, dashes forward, and there it is.
There's the hot dog.
Yep, Gideon crashes into the wall here, and Teddy just stands his ground. Not going to be dying here. Has the barrier also and picks up the double kill. DRX, they grab themselves a clean ace, and maybe they're going to forego the Baron and just look to end this game.
Looking like we're getting a 6-gamer today, all the way, full distance. Nothing that can be done to defend here.
Nope, lands is up in 1 second's time, but it's not going to save these Nexus turrets as DRX do exactly what Nongshim did to them in game number 1 here in game 2 to bring us to a decider in game 3. And Fearless dictates that it's not going to be this difficult.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.